This reflection's taken from John chapter 12, verses 1 to 8. It takes place, it's a dinner party taking place in the house of sisters Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus. Now, Mary and Martha and Lazarus must have been friends of Jesus, because there are other stories that take place in their house. In the previous chapter, there's a story that Mary and Martha sent message to Jesus to say, "Our brother Lazarus is very ill." By the time Jesus got to them, Lazarus had been dead and buried for 4 days. And Jesus said to the sisters, "Look, don't mourn, he will live." And they didn't quite get what he meant. Anyway, he went to the tomb where he was buried and said to bystanders, "Roll away the stone that's covering the entrance." And they said, "Oh, by now it'll be a bad smell." But they did it anyway. And when they did, Jesus called to Lazarus, "Come out." And he came out, still dressed in the grave clothes. And they said, "Unwind him and set him free." Needless to say, it was after that a lot of people began to believe Jesus really was the Messiah. But at the same time, the Jewish religious leaders decided this guy's got to be got rid of once and for all. We don't know how much later it is that Jesus is at this dinner party. But they were having a party. It says Martha was serving food. They were eating, and probably there was chatter going on, and it was just a happy time. In those days, as they ate, they would recline, and so their feet were out behind them. And Mary came into the room with a very expensive jar of perfume. And it says that it was the equivalent of a cost of a year's wage for a labourer. I don't know what a farmhand would earn today, but it still makes it a fairly expensive bottle of perfume. And what she did, I think, would have stopped the chatter in the room, because she poured the whole perfume over his feet, the whole jar. And I can imagine that slowly the chatter stopped. It would have been a beautiful perfume filling the air, but people would have been just gazing, what on earth? And then she began to wipe Jesus' feet with her hair, a very tender and loving action. And so you can just picture that scene. People stunned and just silence, watching. But the silence is suddenly broken by Judas. He says, "Mary, what on earth are you doing? Could have sold that perfume and we could have given all the money to the poor." Jesus said to Judas, "Leave her alone." He said, "This perfume was meant for my burial. You're always going to have poor people. You'll always have people who you can give to, but you're not going to have me for much longer." Why did Mary do this? She loved Jesus. I mean, she'd seen him bring her dead brother back to life. The very brother was now sitting there enjoying the dinner with them. She just poured out her love for Jesus, and she used the most precious thing that she had. That would have been her most precious possession. She wanted to show love. She didn't care what other people thought. Wiping his feet with her hair, a very tender action, and who cares what anyone else thinks? The most important thing to her at that time was Jesus, and to show her love for him. Why did Judas react the way he did? Well, it makes a lot of sense rationally. It was a very wasteful thing to do. But what Judas showed was that the most important thing for him in that room at that moment was the perfume, not Jesus. The choices we make at important times in our lives show what's really in our heart. Mary's heart was just full of love for Jesus. Judas' heart was for the money. Of course, his true nature is shown a few days later when he betrays Jesus for a few paltry pieces of silver. Mary was not one of the official disciples. She was a friend, and she loved Jesus with her whole heart. Judas was one of the chosen 12, and he would have seen all Jesus' miracles. He would have heard all his teaching, and yet when it came to the crunch, he missed the point. Where are we? Are we true followers who love Jesus, that we would give our all for him? Or are we just going along with the Christians, doing Christian things, going to church, but our heart is somewhere else?
There